Peace. This is a meat and potatoes source production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is stop talking about selling your soul. Now, I usually, when I have time, when I'm not working on my Patreon or my book and etc., I do scatter the internet or the web with certain forums that I used to be a part of, even as a moderator for online occult school. And I'm seeing this same question being put forth, and I'm not trying to demonize one particular generation, but it's always a lot of young people from Generation Alpha, which is currently those who were born in the early 2000s to this time, 2024, the year of set. Next year will be the Generation Beta. But there was one person on there, and I couldn't even believe it. I said, I know it's somebody young. And he was like, well, how do I go about selling my soul? And there were some experienced Maguses in there. Much respect to them. They're like, where's you getting this from? And but there's a lot of misinformation too on the net. And I'm gonna address that. I'm gonna unpack that. Have no fear. The Kobe Bryant of magic is here. So I wanna say this. You cannot sell your soul. It comes from the divine creators, plural, not singular. And there's another thing I want to address. They say anyone that indulges in the left hand path or is a black magician, they're automatically rejected by Jesus slash Yahuwah slash Isa. That's not true either. You're not rejected by Jesus. All right? Period. So if Jehovah doesn't care that you practice magic, you think Jesus cares? And even though there's accounts of magic in the Bible. So that's another one. So basically, this is nothing more than propaganda that has become pervasive courtesy of Abrahamic religions. You cannot sell your soul. How many times did people got to keep telling you this? Well, if I do this and that. Here's the thing. Let me say this. Let's inject logic into the conversation. What's the demon going to do with your soul? Thank you. Well, he'll take it to Lucifer. Okay, what's Lucifer going to do with your soul? And any black magician, raise your hand if you happen to be one, will tell you if they've worked with any demon, no demon has ever asked them, I could give you more if you bequeath me your soul. Not one. And I have a pact currently going on with King Bill. He ain't asked me, and I had one before with Prince Orbis, and he ain't asked me either. And I've worked with Lucifer, and I've worked with King Paimon. I've worked with Lilith. I've worked with Beleth. None of them have asked me for my soul. So what should that tell you? Now, do you have some charlatans out there that's talking about, oh, well, I've sold my soul multiple times? The highest count of souls that I've ever read of is the Word in the Dogon World. And that's by Marcel Griot, where he talked about the Dogon believed that you had up to 8 souls. But the whole thing is, if you selling your soul, for the cheap, what spirit is going to want that? That's like bragging about, oh, I'm about to marry a stripper. And basically, she done been, basically every time you kiss her, you done kissed everybody in the block. So ain't no bragging rights about that. What I see is a segment of entitlement and a self-pitying individuals who don't want to get their grind on. If you read accounts of most successful people, do you know how many times they got told no? Do you know how many times they got doors shut in their face, but they didn't quit? Now, one person who was a Magus asked the person, well, what's your skill set? What do you know how to do? Why don't you do what you have to do or learn the trade, and then Don't be afraid. Just put yourself out there. Oh, well, I'm not going to be able to get the money I want. Oh, I get it. You just want to magically fall in your lap. So you're lazy. So let me tell you how this is going to play out for people that still want to be drinking the Sky Daddy Lover, Kool-Aid. What's going to end up happening is that you're going to attract a parasitic entity or an imposter spirit. That's what you're going to attract to you. And when people talk about, well, it's people that have sold their souls in the music industry, wrong again. When people talk about selling their souls, they're talking about it in a metaphorical sense. Because when you get in the music industry, 9 out of 10, what's going to happen? You're not going to own your masters. You're not going to own your catalog. The record company is going to rob you blind. Then the manager you got is going to rob you blind. And then they can probably steal your very essence. Isn't that what they did to Prince? He was born Rogers Prince Nelson, and what happened to him? At one time, they took his name. Warner Brothers did. That's why he went by the moniker, the artist formerly known as Prince. So they're talking about the entertainment industry as a aggregor, so to speak. So no, you cannot sell your soul. Okay, you can't. Now you can dedicate a part of yourself to a spirit or a demon, but selling your soul and making some Faustian deal with the devil, no. It's asinine, silly, and flat out stupid. And in 2024, in the time of qualitative information juxtaposed with misinformation, there's no excuse to even be talking like that. Period. We ain't in the 14th and 15th century. And then if you're talking about selling your soul, you're going to run into a lot of Reverend Pork Chops and a lot of people like Benny Hinn when they're going to lay hands on you and he's going to take his blazer off and get to doing all this silly stuff. Grow up. Okay? That's propaganda that is Judeo-Christian based, and then it's circulated via Hollywood. So no, you cannot sell your soul. You should not be talking like that because you're talking from a point of desperation. And when you engage in that, you ain't got to worry about spirits. You'll just have human beings that'll prey on that all day, every day. So stop talking about selling your soul. Period. Because no demons ever asked me for that. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.